Well, hello. I am Daniel Segura, the Director of Student Services for the College of the Arts and Media. Today, I am here with Dr. Michael Papa, who is from the Department of Communication. Dr. Papa is a professor of communication who focuses on organizational communication, specifically how poor people in developing countries organize for social change and economic development. Dr. Papa examines international negotiation and diplomacy. Dr. Papa?
Hello. Communication is a discipline, and it's a practice that's a central part of every human experience. It's how we learn to live together. It's how we grow to understand one another. It's how we organize for collective action. It's how we coordinate and evaluate. As a discipline, what communication allows people to do is it's a knowledge discipline. And what I mean by that is it's a discipline that allows students to gain skill and expertise in not only communicating their ideas to others in a broad variety of contexts, but how to figure out how to accomplish things together. And that's why communication is so broadly applicable to so many different jobs in such a broad range of contexts, because the expertise that's built by our students in working with our faculty allows them to develop the sorts of skills and talents that are broadly applicable in many different sorts of organizational positions.
Well, thank you. So as a student is interested in communication, what are some options for students in the Department of Communication?
Yes, the options are driven by course content, and the sorts of selections that students can make among courses are driven by what they're interested in. So for example, we have courses that are more organizationally oriented, that may have more of a corporate connection, such as organizational communication, or courses that are more related to social relation disciplines, such as in the area of health. And then when you look at more broadly the sorts of choices that drive the interests and channel the interests of students, we have the Bachelor of Applied Arts option, the Bachelor of Arts option, and the Bachelor of Science option. Within the Bachelor of Applied Arts, that is the sort of degree for a student who has a very broad range of interests, some of which are linked to disciplines in the arts, but in terms of how to apply those arts as opposed to the creation end. As well as some courses that are more driven by the sciences. With the Bachelor of Arts option, that's the sort of degree option that is more pertinent to students who have cultural interests. And part of the reason that direction is reflected in the degree is that there's a foreign language requirement. So it gives you the sorts of perspectives that you can only get when you understand another language. And then the Bachelor of Science option is for those students who are more interested in careers that have a basis in science. For instance, students who have interest in the health professions, in nursing or in medicine, even some in engineering. That you can learn how to apply the concepts, the theories, and the skills in our discipline to a very broad range of specialties. Then in terms of minors, the minors are really are very broad, and that's reflected in the breadth of the discipline. So students have minored in psychology, they've minored in political science if they have politically oriented interests, that they major in sociology if they see themselves working in more of a social services sort of position. as well as in the arts. That we've had students with interests in photography that then have been able to translate those interests by connecting what they learn in communication with the sort of photography that they want to do. So I would say that our major probably results in student selections of minors across a broader spectrum than any other major.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your time, Dr. Papa, and I'm certain that the students and families that are watching this do as well. I guess my last statement here is that I would like to remind anybody participating now that every Friday from May the 29th through June the 26th, Communication will be hosting some Zoom meetings at 2 p.m. and you can access the information at cam.cmich.edu/orientation. And for answering any questions and finding out more about what does it mean to be a communications student at Central Michigan University. Dr. Papa, I want to thank you so much for your time and hope you have a super great day.
Thanks, Dan.